Hi everybody, here's part 2 of the plantar fascia education Friday value videos. And I'm not sure how many there's going to be, but today we're going to talk about the 2 most important functions of the foot. What needs to happen biomechanically, which means what has to happen with the joints, which ends up affecting your entire body, either for the good or not so good. So you can see here, I should have left this up. So here's Betty Bones, okay? I like to use Betty Bones here. And so you can see the feet, and I wanted you to see the heels because this is the best way that I can explain what happens and why it impacts the rest of the body. So you can see here is the left foot. And when you see the left foot, I'm hoping you can see this, if I can hold this up because it's going opposite. The outside of the heel, when it lands, it ends up falling toward the inside of the heel, right? So I'll kind of show you this way so that you can see my foot, and I want you to see what I mean. So when I go to land on my left heel, because of the shape of the bone, the calcaneus, the heel bone, it lands a little on the outside and it drops in to the inside. And it's because of the shape of the bone. And something called gravity, right? We all know if you step out a window, you're going down, right? So gravity impacts us. It impacts us really, really when we're walking, when we're upright. And our body is designed to handle that gravity in a way where it benefits us and we know how to move through it. So when you land on the outside of that heel, because of the shape of the bone, automatically, because of gravity and ground reaction force and something called mass and momentum, because you're moving forward, it's a physical thing, right? Once a body starts in motion, it tends to stay in motion. So what happens is you get moving, we've got mass and momentum, you take a step, and when you land on that outer heel, it drops down because of gravity and mass and momentum. Now, when it does that, it creates this beautiful, unlocked, shock-absorbing, flexible foot. So if you're walking on uneven ground, if you're walking on pebbles, maybe it's roots of a tree, whatever, a mattress, something soft, your foot is flexible and it absorbs shock. So when your heel hits the ground, you're not, ooh, shock, right? So you want that to be happening. And I won't go into all the details that happens above. That'll be a future video. What's the other movement the foot has to do? It does the opposite. So after I've done that beautiful shock-absorbing, flexible foot, and this one comes forward, guess what? As I go to do toe off with that foot, the opposite happens. That heel bone moves into what's called inversion, and when that happens, the bottom of the foot becomes stable, very firm, this solid surface, so that I can push off, so I can propel myself to the next step. And it has to do that for everything above to work right, which I'll do in a future video. So if your foot is not everting and absorbing and being flexible and absorbing the shock, and then moving into that inversion where it becomes this solid, bony surface that provides great stability to push off, there's something going on that is not going to help everything above to work right. And it's important that your orthotics or your shoes assist that process. And you are going back and forth when you take steps from eversion to inversion to eversion to inversion with every step you take. And if that's not happening, stuff's not going to be happy above. All right. Hopefully that's given you some insight here. And next week we're going to talk about, or the next Friday value video, we're going to talk about how that impacts the upper body. And that might be a couple of videos. We'll see how it goes. See you next time.